hello and thank you for your time first. Can you present yourself for the interview?
My name?
Yeah, name and
Yes.
what you are doing.
I'm Snæbjörn. I play bass for Skalmold.
Thank you.
Ég heiti Þráinn and I play guitar in Skalmold.
My name is Björgvin and I do vocals and guitar.
Okay. So, first of all, first question, how do you feel after a so intense show?
It was amazing. I didn't want to leave the stage. I just want to stay there, and because the reception was so fantastic. Everybody was rowing at some point.
Yeah, and you know the public was really listening outside.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
Like for 20 meters public outside the temple.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that, really. That's cool.
It was fucking awesome.
That was really fun. But you said tired after this kind of show. You don't really feel tired. You just feel it's just fun.
Happy you.
Of course, I'm also kind of spoiled now because we played Czech Republic yesterday and this today, and then we're just going home. So
Oh my god.
there's no more to do. So
It's pretty fantastic to be on stage, play the music you wrote with your friends, and people are behaving like they did today, and it's like, man, nobody's gonna believe that when I get home. You know, and I'm just gonna I just do some work back home, and you know, I can't tell anybody. Nobody will understand.
Okay. I have a tough question for you guys. How could you describe your band without using the words folk metal or pagan or something like that?
I like that question.
that's a great question.
I don't like the folk metal thing. The category.
Explain that to a newbie.
Yeah. First of all, it's just heavy metal. But I was actually whining about the folk metal thing with someone, and he said, "Just say it's Icelandic metal."
That's good.
Yep.
But I truly believe in the end, I mean, of course we have different kinds of metal, but I think like all these subcategories, you can use them. They can be useful, like as you were saying before, Bubby, when you're trying to like find new music and you see like, oh, this is kind of like this, so you're like, okay, maybe I should check this out. But
Yeah.
all this labeling, they can be really fucked up, because in the end, we are just playing old school heavy metal. Of course, we put our flair to it. I mean, we use this kind of vocals and we do some folky influences and stuff, but to label it as pagan metal, it feels really weird.
Our music is just the offspring of us being teenagers when thrash metal and death metal came around, because we had been listening to a lot of classic heavy metal like Iron Maiden, and then we got heavily influenced by thrash metal and death metal, and our music is, you know, somehow a weird mixture of all these things, because our music can be heavy and aggressive at times, but in the end it's always melodic.
Thank you. How did you? You played earlier on the temple stage. So how was the show to you? How the feeling to be on stage? It was really full of energy from my point of view. So who wants to answer?
Well, I was just so surprised when I came to the stage and saw how many people were there.
Oh my god, yes.
So the feeling, of course, was just relax and enjoy it. And that's actually what I did, just relax and enjoy playing music, because we know that when we go on stage, if we relax in a sense, of course, you're trying to be energetic, but if you relax and kind of sit into the songs, you know what I mean? Sit into the song. Can I say that? Yeah. And then the machine that the band is, it just kind of gets the energy from the people and makes something special every gig.
This was one of the shows when you start the show and you can feel that the audience is just with you somehow. So because some shows are wouldn't call it a struggle, but maybe a challenge. You see, like, okay, this is like we have to
Win
like
them over.
you have to win them over and like get them to get into it. But this was from the very get-go, just like, okay, this is gonna be fucking fun, and then you just relax and just enjoy the ride because it was one of the best gigs we ever played. I would say it was really really good.
Do you want to add something?
No.
No?
All good.
So, how did you get prepared for the show? Some rehearsal, maybe, or
Well, we of course when we haven't played in a while, we of course rehearse, and we have always been very focused on rehearsing every time we can. We take this seriously, and in that matter, we will never go unprepared on stage. But at this moment, we have been playing so much that it's more of a mind thing. You just kind of have to focus, and we always do that before every show. We either hug or do something just
Together.
when the intro starts. Yeah, just focus.
We try really hard not to forget that you are doing the thing that you love with your best friends. It can be easily forgotten because it's a lot of hustle, or sometimes it's a lot of traveling and you're worrying about things back home and maybe you're just in a bad mood or whatever. But in the end, it's you doing some extraordinary privileged stuff with the people that you love. And so the last seconds before every gig, it's always just like looking at the guys in the eyes and just go like, yeah, this is what we do, this is fun.
you look really happy, all of you. You smile a lot. That's impressive.
It's fun. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
So, question: how was the feedback on your last album, Idalia?
Yeah.
Idalia? I'm sorry for the pronunciation. And did you have already begun to work on new material since this album?
We haven't started like really really. We everybody is starting to write,
But not actively.
but not actively exactly. We think this album is our best album and it's our favorite album. So I think if there was a bad review, I didn't see it, but I've seen a lot of good reviews, and I take that, and I don't care actually if somebody likes it or not, because we are happy. I'm very happy with this album.
Yeah, it sounds like a very standard answer to that kind of question, but this time around something really clicked, and we are super happy with the albums. And we have made albums in the past that we go like, yeah, it's fine. But this one was somehow, it's just everything worked out, and reviews have been really good as well. So.
Okay. Another question is, as a folk pagan band, I know you don't like labels, but what's your opinion about the folk and pagan current in 2024? Do you think the scene evolved compared to the beginning of the band?
I hope that the scene is kind of like not as much of a island in the music business, but more of a faded out into just music kind of, you know. I haven't actually found any like new folk metal bands that I can say, because I just listen to them as metal music or whatever. But the bands that started it, I mean, LOAT or Fintroll or Friends, they are doing good. They are still touring, and so they are on their.
There was a really good band this morning, Raven Grimmer. It's a French band.
Right.
I haven't listened. I shall do that.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It was really full of energy too.
They were playing the temple states, right, as well.
This morning, I think. Yeah.
All right. I will listen to it.
But I think my answer to this question would be, I like it when the hype kind of like dies down, because when some kind of music gets really popular, everyone starts playing and everyone starts listening, and it gives sometimes some kind of a false image of what the music really is. So maybe like now it's like 15, 20, 25 years later, or maybe not 25, 20 years later,
don't want too much hype about.
I don't mind the hype per se, but I think when the hype is gone, you can actually see what sticks. So I think when you go to a metal festival today and you see the labeled pagan folk metal bands play, they usually have something to say because those are the ones that stick out because the hype is done.
Okay, I understand. I don't have that much time, so I'm going directly to my last question. It's a really funny one. To which dish can you compare your band?
A dish?
Yeah,
Wow.
Dish.
a dish.
Goulash.
I think you want to eat
Goulash.
Oh,
Yeah. Hungarian goulash.
Really?
it's really good.
Yes.
We have a traditional like meat soup back home, so it's lamb and that's a very hearty, very honest kind of meal. It's not fancy, but it's very tasty. I think that's our band.
Yeah.
Not so fancy, but very tasty.
Icelandic lamb soup.
Kjötsúpa.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The last words are yours for the French audience. What would you want to say to people?
To the French people,
Yeah.
just ever since we started touring with Skalmold some 13 years ago, visiting France has always been really special for us, and we are, this is one of our favorite places to visit, if not the most favorite. And just thanks a lot for the support, and we will definitely see you real soon.
We might see you pretty soon.
Yeah.
It sounds like a total cliche and like something you would say in every country, but it's the same for me when we get asked, but where's the favorite place to play? And France is like always up there somehow. I know it sounds like a lie, but it's actually true. It's something amazing happens when you play France.
And you want to add something? No?
I mean, it's true. It's not only that we feel the vibe on when we are on stage, and when even on our very first tour, the Hellfest tour in 2011, we were like the opening band. Nobody knew anything about us. In France, people would always be very, very appreciative.
Yeah.
But not only that, every festival we play or every gig we play, whether we are supporting a band or we are headlining, the people that are working on the stages and the area, catering and everything, everybody is so very nice.
Thank you, guys. That was the final words. Really, thank you.